The use of drug has become rampant among young adults and even the elderly, without its side effects or consequences not being clearly stated. According to the WHO, 5.5%, which is equivalent to 2.7 million people, are drug addicts. What are we doing about it as individuals? Good day and welcome to the Addiction Therapy Show here on GATV. My name is Benisa Siakopra and I'll be your host. I'll be with you from 10 o'clock a.m. to 10:30. Today is 18th of January 2023. And on this show, we are bringing away educative and life-changing segments. We have the My Life Story segment, where we have recovering drug addicts going to talk about how they ended up becoming drug addicts. Could it be depression? What could be the situation unless you stay with me? We are also going to have an exclusive interview with the owner of Chosen Rehab Center. Why did he decide to establish a rehab center? Is it just a way of giving back to the society? Or was he a drug addict? Or a family relative is or was a drug addict? We also have the Talk Your Mind factor, where we hit the streets to solicit the opinions or views of people. The question is, should a drug addict be treated or punished? And for their submissions, they are so hilarious, you have to stay with me. But remember that this program is sponsored by Pella Mineral Water and GH Media School. We'll go for a quick commercial break, and when we are back, we will dig into the show. Do stay with me.
Clean water is our most treasured commodity. Water is the source of all life. The human heart is composed of 73% water. Perla mineral water, purity comes from nature.
Yes, my name is Leslie Adolistowo. I'm director of GH Media School, and I want to welcome you to GH Media School. Today, I want to take you on a tour. We have 4 major departments. We have the Journalism and Media Studies department. Our second department is the Media Arts department. Our third department is the Integrated Marketing Communication department. The last department is the television and film production. Then you can also opt for our cosmetology department, where we do beauty therapy, massage therapy, nail technology, and anything at all about makeup. We do a lot of things here in our cosmetology department. Aside cosmetology, you can also opt for our fashion school. It's a practical fashion school. It's not just fashion designing, it's fashion designing and technology. Our admission period is this July and August. Our admissions will end in August. It is instant admission. When you come, we'll place you somewhere. Whatever the grades, whatever the results, when you come, we'll place you somewhere, either proficiency, either certificate or diploma, depending on your grades. You can locate GH Media School at Achimota Abofu Junction, and just pick a car anywhere, just come to Achimota, the new transport station, and you can locate us there. You can also call the numbers on your screen. If you call and the numbers are busy, kindly call again, because a lot of people will be calling. GH Media School, we say, pursue your talent, nurture your desire. I look forward to seeing you.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with me. Here is GATV and this is the Addiction Therapy Show. As I said, we have the My Life Story segment, where we went to the Chosen Rehab Center to ask people, or to ask recovering drug addicts, why they ended up in the rehab center. What could be their situation, unless we go watch the video. So let's go watch the video.
My name is Eric Noah King, former broadcast journalist with Peace FM. I have been a drug addict for 25 good years. Well, it all started during the Nanumba Kukumba War, if you can reminisce. Back in the days, I was opportune to join those musicians to the northern region to play a concert, a peace concert with them. And the very hotel that we were lodging, I saw a couple of musicians fidgeting with crack cocaine, heroin, Castle Bridge, and a whole lot. So a friend of mine, many times after they're done with whatever they're doing, they tell us to make sure we dump the residue in a trash can. But we felt that, no, why are those guys doing this? So we have to try it. And we tried it, and trust me, my first day of trying crack cocaine, I felt euphoria. and in my mind, I thought it was a good thing to do. So from that experimental stage, I came to the recreational stage, and the recreational to the abusive stage, and now the addictive stage. There are 4 stages in addiction. From the experimental, you go to the recreational to the abuse, and then from the abusive, you go to the addictive stage. And addictive stage is a place of no returns. I morbidly pursue a melancholy activity, a painful pleasure that sunk me into a life of despair that only an act of providence could only liberate me. I lived a life of a savage. Sometimes I couldn't make 3 square meal a day. It's really hard for you to fathom the in-depth of my addiction. As a radio journalist, I work with so many radio stations. I've never in my lifetime written an application letter to any radio station. Normally, when you hear of me, they poach me and then I work. I was working in Life FM, and after an interview with the former president of the Republic, the late Atta Mills told me, "No, you don't belong here. You need to come to Accra." A few weeks after, I received a call from Father Dixon, who says, "Osai Kwame, despite heard about you, he was driving to Kumasi, he heard about you, he felt the need that you should be contacted, and then we work hand in hand. How do you think?" I said, "Okay, I'll be willing to work with you." So I came to Accra, one thing led to the other, was signed a contract. I was given a 2-bedroom house. I was given a cash and also a car. And I was the 3rd highest paid presenter at Peace FM. And trust me, this addiction that we're talking about made me lose everything. I lived to use and used to live. I felt that in my scale of preference, addiction comes first to my job, to my relationship, and even to my family. That is how addiction is. Addiction is a brain relapsing disease characterized by the mental obsession and the physical compulsion to use mind-altering substance. So many a time, I can't stay without drug, not for 30 minutes or for 1 hour. And I've lived with this addiction for 25 good years. And it's been always a pain in my neck. I prayed many a time for God to make sure He lifts all this burden off me. Paul says, there is a thorn in His flesh. My thorn in my flesh, the thorn in my flesh is addiction. It's crack cocaine, it's heroin. And I prayed many a time for God to liberate me from it. It seems as though my effort was not good enough. I had a will to quit, but the way to go about it was problematic. One day I was sleeping in Medina Bunker. Yes, it got to a point in time that I left my place of abode, my comfort zone. I have my own house. I left there and I came among the den of thieves. Slept in Medina Bunker, ate in Medina Bunker. Sometimes I go without bath for 2-3 weeks or even a month. And many a time it will surprise you to know that why should this guy leave his place of comfort and rally around this den of thieves? Sometimes I use chaliwati or block as pillow to sleep on. One day, Assemblies of God Church at Denton Branch came witnessing to us about Christ, and that was a reorientation and a renaissance that I've ever felt in my entire life. They spoke to me about the Word of God. Previously, I was like an unconvinced agnostic, or better still, a militant atheist. I never believed in God because I thought God is unfair. But when they engaged me with the Word of God, I rediscovered myself and I said, no, I should give rehabilitation a chance. And I came here. And 11 months down the line, I have never gone back to drugs. This is the ability of God. This is what God can do. When I came here also, trust me, my recovery was not birthed on a silver platter. I went through thick and thin. There's something we call withdrawal symptoms. It kept hitting me. But since I had fortified all my grounds and consolidated my territory that I really want to quit, I quit, and that was it. This is what the Lord can do, and it's marvelous in our eyes. You're next in line for a miracle too. Thank you.
I'm a recovering drug addict, and I'm going to talk about how I got into the drugs in the first place and how my recovery is going. Growing up, I was always given the best things in life. I had the best of education. I had the opportunity to travel, live, school in the UK. And I'm kind of like a people pleaser. Okay, I always like to please my friends. I don't like it when maybe I say no to my friends, so they get angry and so on and so forth. So through friends, they introduced me to drugs, and unfortunately I lost my mother, you know, about two years ago. And because of the guilt, you know, I always put her through a lot of pain and sorrow, and it was hard. You know, last year after we buried her, I got myself into rehabilitation. But after I came back, I was still feeling guilty because I was still blaming myself, you know, for her death. So gradually, I started to smoke drugs again, and I relapsed. So I decided to check in to this rehabilitation center, and it's kind of different from the first rehabilitation center I went to, because this one is more of like a Christian faith-based rehabilitation center, and I'd kind of like put a barrier between me and God. So when I came here, you know, through morning devotion, Bible studies, a lot of prayer and fasting, I'm gradually like breaking that barrier between me and God, and it's actually working. It's working, and I can say this is actually the last time I'm gonna be, you know, I can say I'm not gonna get into drugs again. This is actually gonna be the last time, because I've got a lot to lose. I lost my dad a long time ago. My mom has been my backbone, and I've actually got a lot to lose. I have a lot of people depending on me, and I can't afford to, you know, go back into the drugs. Otherwise, I've actually lost a lot of things, property and stuff. And if I should relapse again, I might probably end up even losing my life. Yeah, so this time, this is gonna have to be the last time, and I know this organization is gonna get me through it.
So you see, I always say that a drug addict could be you and me. But then I also say that taking in drugs is not always the solution. Because if you're taking drugs today, the next day the problem is there to wait for you. But then what do you have to do? You have to go to somebody, talk to somebody, but depending on drug is never the solution. So as I said, we are going to have our one-on-one interview, or I say the exclusive interview with the director of Chosen Rehab Center. This man, everybody calls him General, but then I'll give a formal introduction. This man has really been of help or aided this program so much that when I went to visit him at the rehab center, he took me to a place where we call the ghetto. Yes, the ghetto. And this place, you are going to see a whole lot of drug addicts in there. Why do you think they are in there? They are from their family homes, and they think that place is safer for them. And this man, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, I would like you to stand with a standing ovation and with a clap offering. Let's welcome Mr. Derek Amoyao, General. Everybody calls him General. Mr. Derek.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, by God's grace.
You are looking very handsome.
Thank you.
And thank you for showing up. I'm very grateful. And I personally want to use this medium to thank you for the help you've given me so far. Because when I came to visit you, or when I came to your place, the way you accepted us, you took us in, you explained things to us, you even showed us some of your patients. We spoke to them, and I saw that you are really doing a great job. God bless you. And
Amen.
God bless Chosen Rehab Center.
And God bless God.
Yes. All right, so Mr. Derek, before we do anything else, we'd like you to talk a little about your rehab center. What do you guys do? And why the establishment of a rehab center? Is it because the owner was an addict, or a family relative was an addict, or is it just a way to give back to the society? What could be the reason?
Okay. The owner is the Apostle Kobe Washington. He's the founder.
Okay.
He's in UK. He's a pastor apostle. So it's a calling from God.
Oh, okay.
That God said he should save souls. There are a lot of people who are perishing, going through drugs, and it's taking them different places. As the statistics show, that
Yes.
there are a lot of things.
2.7 million
that's
people.
It. So it's from God. So he came back from Sweden, then he went to Achimota Ghetto, that's what we call the Las Vegas, where I took you.
Okay.
So he saw one guy over there who has been a friend in the childhood. And the guy's father was a role model to him. They were having money, so he always think that, oh, why God created me this way? I wanted to be like this friend, the way the father is treated. But he find a guy in the ghetto.
Oh, okay.
Because of drugs, he has ended up in the ghetto. So he took the guy to his house, and that's how he started in Chelsea, became
Oh,
Chelsea.
okay. So it was because of the friend. So the
Yeah.
pivot is the friend.
It's because of God.
Okay, first the squad.
That's it.
Okay.
God lead him from Switzerland to Ghana to come and open the rehab.
The rehab
So
center.
before he come to open the rehab, he went to New York
Okay.
to be at the rehab himself. He's not an addict.
Oh, okay.
So he went to the rehab to learn the procedure, whatever they are doing at the rehab. He just went in as somebody who has been an addict to learn the procedure of the rehab. From there, he came to Ghana. He went to the ghetto to preach to the people in the ghetto. Then he saw the friend. He took him home. So he was the first person he started a rehab with.
Oh, okay. That's great. That's great. God bless him wherever he is, Apostle. All right. So how long does it take someone to be at the rehab center? And do you have people who are fully recovered from the rehab center?
Yeah, we have a lot of people, over thousands.
Thousands of people?
Yeah, more than.
And they are among us in the community?
Yeah, they go back to the community to serve the community, serve the society.
They are fully recovered?
That's it. They are fully recovered. And the program is 1 year.
Okay.
You come to the rehab, the first 3 months is the first phase. Then you go to the second 3 months, the third 3 months, then the last one. It's 1 year for the
Okay.
program.
Okay.
But for recovery, it's the rest of your life.
Oh, recovery is the rest. So recovery actually depends on the person?
Yeah, depends. That's the first step.
Okay.
Depends on the person. You can force somebody to come to the rehab, but he's not ready to recover.
Okay.
That's it. It's the mindset. You just change your mind first. That's the first step you take. Then everything follows.
So you really have to change your mind.
That's it.
That I want to be at the rehab
That's it.
center because I want to recover.
That's it.
But then most of the job depends on you.
That's it.
Oh,
Addiction
okay.
is a disease. That's how I clarify it. Because it's just like somebody who is sick and he has gone to a doctor for a medication.
Okay.
And they give you the medication, you are not taking them. You will not be healed.
Yeah.
Understand? So it's the same thing like addiction.
Okay.
If you are not ready to recover,
You
you are
cannot
not
be
ready.
healed.
That's it.
So if you're not ready to recover, you cannot be healed.
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Derek, what does it take for somebody to be in your rehab center? Because I remember when I came to you and you took me to Las Vegas, I asked you that why do you have these people there and you have people at the rehab center? Why are they not in your rehab center? Do they have to go through a process or what is it?
It takes the grace of God
Okay,
to move to a rehab center or to stop the drugs.
okay.
Yeah.
So do they need to pay fees or something
Yeah,
to?
your parents can pay fees, pay thousands of. There are a lot of guys who have gone to different rehabs. They pay a lot of money outside everywhere. But if the grace of God is not there, you will go and come back and relapse.
Oh, okay.
You understand me?
Yeah,
Take the grace of God first and the process at the rehab.
okay. So they don't need to pay any fees
Yeah,
or
you need to
whatsoever?
pay. You pay. Our place, you pay. We have two type of people. We have the scholarship, we have the sponsorship.
Oh, we have people who come in there based on
yeah,
scholarship?
that's it. We have
Okay.
the sponsorship and the scholarship.
Okay.
So the scholarship is the one the parent will bring the person or the guardian or whatever who is sponsoring the person company. And we also go to the ghetto, we preach to them. Then by the grace of God, the person has a change of mind. He can follow us to our rehab.
Okay. Oh, this is getting very interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, we will go for a quick commercial break, and when we are back, we will continue. But then remember, if you have any message, we are live on Facebook, we are live on Instagram and Twitter as well. So if you have any message, you can send via 0540-188-189, 0540-188-189. So we'll go for a quick commercial break. We will continue. Stay tuned.
Perla mineral water. Purity comes from nature.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Here is GATV and this is the Addiction Therapy Show. Welcome from that quick commercial break. But then, you know, as I was saying, we had a vox pop where we hit the streets to ask people that should a drug addict be treated or punished. For me, I wouldn't say much unless we go watch the video. So let's go watch the video, then you know the views or opinions from people. Let's go watch it.
Why should a cancer patient be treated and a drug addict be punished? It's a simple issue. All of them need to be treated in such a way because already the drug addict, he's already in the act, and ways or means to get the person out of this thing is by gradually treating the person, not to punish the person, because if you keep on punishing the person is rather going to run away from him, and also he's going to really develop another issue of becoming addicted to some certain things. But if you gradually tell them that this and this is what they are supposed to do and stuff, they're going to really, as time goes on, they're going to really comply to what you're saying, and there will be a massive change around them. That's what I think it should be like, not to be punished, but rather be treated. So that's my way of thinking about it.
I think that drug addicts must be arrested. They must not be treated because one of them stole my phone and that hurts so much, and it's the effect of the drugs that makes them to do those things. So if they steal or they commit a crime based on the drugs, I think they should be arrested. They should not be treated. They must be arrested for doing, because those things are criminal activities. Stealing of phones and rape and all those other things, they are all criminal activities. So they should be arrested instead of treated. That's what I think.
This is so hilarious. You see the submissions from people. Sometimes it's due to the encounter people have with people. That is why they'll say that a drug addict should be treated or a drug addict should be punished. But then did you see something that somebody said, why should a cancer patient be treated and a drug addict be punished? Mr. Derek, did you hear that question? Somebody said, why should a cancer patient be treated and a drug addict be punished? I think they are all on the same level. They should all be treated. But since you are the rehab center, definitely you say they should be treated. But what's your view on that? What's your take on that?
They are not in the same level. They are different.
Okay.
The only level they have is that they are all sick.
Okay, they are all sick.
Sick, yeah. But the other one, sickness can affect other people. A cancer patient can be in a room without medication and he will die.
Yes.
But a drug addict, he will use his mind, he can steal you, he can fraud you, so his addiction can affect other people. So it's better we prevent them, take them from the street, show them more love, so that they don't go cause a lot of harm to other people.
But then, do you think the drug addicts should be punished due to...
No, if drug addicts should be punished, then what about the peddlers, the barons who are selling it to them?
Okay, I'm saying it based on maybe the actions they do.
No, they need to be in a rehab.
Okay. So whether they go in to hurt somebody or whatsoever,
no, if they go to the rehab, they will not hurt anybody.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
That's why I say if we prevent them for taking the drugs, or we go to the schools, or we share more knowledge to the public to stop the drugs for the young youth and other people to get into the drugs, the other one will help.
Okay.
You understand me? But if the person is in the drug, you show him more love. Take him to the rehab. Let the person understand that he himself, he knows that what he's doing is wrong.
Okay.
But he needs somebody to help him. But when you push the person deeper into the drugs, it will cause harm. You can take gun, rob, steal, defraud somebody. It will affect you. It will affect me and you. So that we can cut all these crimes. Because you can't say that somebody who is suffering from cancer causes crime.
Okay.
But addiction brings crime. If you can just take all those things from the system, the crime will go down.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yes, sir. All right. So we still have our messages, and the number is still 0540-188-188. So here we have a message from Barry Max from Canada, and the message is, yes, we have people watching international. Yes, he's from Canada. So Barry Max from Canada, and his question is, how is the recovering process done in your rehab center? Do they go to the gym? Do you take the phones from them? How is the process done?
Okay. The first, when you come in, we search you, we take whatever you have, whether money, phone, you don't have access to anything for the first 3 months.
Oh, okay. So they don't have access to their phones?
No, no phone, no computer, because your problem is bigger than that. You need to focus on that.
Their problem is bigger than their phone.
So you don't need phones, because you can use phones to text somebody to bring you drugs, to text somebody to get you money, all those things. So you don't have access to anything. What you have is focus on God, focus on your recovery, then the next step. If you are okay, you can use phone for the rest of your life. Okay. Now you need to focus on how to come out of the addiction.
Throughout your talking, I hear you say God, God, God.
Yeah,
God.
I believe
God is the center, right?
Yeah, God is the first, not the center.
Oh, God
is the first.
Oh, okay.
You understand? I believe in that one so much.
So do they do reading of Bible, devotions, and
if you watch our signboard, we say faith-based rehab center.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
It's a faith-based rehab center. And beginning of everything, I told you that Apostle Kobe Washington started with God.
Yes.
It was God who said he should move. So everything we do, we use God first.
Yes.
We have hospital over there. We have medical we give to them, but we believe in God first.
Okay.
We do Bible studies. We do open heavens. We do prayers. We do everything like a fellowship. I don't say church. It's a fellowship.
Okay.
So that they will know God.
But when I came in there, I saw that they were all guys. Where are the ladies?
Yes.
Or you don't have?
We have, Chosen has the branches.
Oh, okay.
Here is the headquarters. Where you came in is the headquarters.
Oh, okay.
We have even an orphanage.
Oh,
through this program, we have an orphanage.
Okay.
We have branches, different branches. We have the women at Domain.
Oh,
we have branch at Hacho. I was even coming from Hacho when we captured me here. So from Hacho, we have Dodoa, we have Tropoli.
Oh, okay.
We have Dakuman. We have different branches.
Oh, okay. So maybe one of these days or on our show, we'll go to the lady side.
So we have the women's side at Dakuman.
Okay.
We cannot mix the two.
Okay.
Understand?
Is it due to violence?
No. But it's better they should concentrate on their recovery.
Oh, okay. So this is also from Eunice in Ashoman. How long do you keep people, or how long does the treatment take? From Eunice Ashoman, how long do you keep people, or how long does the treatment take?
When you say we keep people, I don't get it. We don't keep people.
Okay, you don't keep people, we say. So we have to correct that statement. We don't keep people. Okay. Then what do you do to them?
I don't want to use that. And they are not people, they are disciples.
Oh, okay.
Some people say you're inmates. This is not a prison site. It's a rehab. So the people inside, they are disciples to us. We keep them for, we keep them for 1 year.
Okay, 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year. Unless somebody can be there for the first 3 months and it will be okay. Somebody can be there for a week and it will be okay.
Yeah, because due to you, what you said, that it depends on you.
Yeah.
Recovery depends on you. So probably if the person goes in there after a year or 3 months, the person is okay to go into the society.
Our main thing is that we want the person, when you are out, you can blend with the society. You can work. You can do things people are doing. You don't go back to the drugs. We don't want you to come out and just be idling, walking, gallivanting everywhere, just doing nothing.
Okay.
So when you come out, we make sure that you are working, you are doing something to build up your life.
Okay, so we have people who go out to work.
Yes, we have people when you are out of the rehab.
Okay, when you're out, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where we believe they are fully recovered.
Yeah, we find works for them when you're out.
Okay.
We don't want you to go to the work and go and disgrace us.
Okay, all right.
We want you to go so that it will be a testimony for us. So we make sure that you are fully okay.
Okay. All right, so due to time, I'm going to read the last message because the messages are flowing. So please, you can still send your messages in on Facebook, Instagram, and we will respond to you because we are on IG as Addictions Therapy Show, on Facebook as Addictions Therapy Show. And Mr. Derek will be available to answer you. So the last question is, are visitors allowed in?
Why not? I told you that we should show them love.
Okay.
So visiting is allowed. Even some of their family, their guardian churches, they visit. They come and worship with us.
Oh, okay. So when is their birthday, a family relative?
If visitors are not allowed, you will not be there.
Yes. Yes, that's true. That's true.
So
I
visitors are
wouldn't
allowed
be
every
so.
time,
Okay.
24/7. It just in between the time we have visitors time, we have time for visitors. So that's how the visitors come in. But apart from that, our visitors are allowed anytime.
Okay. So, Mr. Derek, a quick one. We'll just have your last words. Then, because of time, we would have to end the show. I can see we are all concentrated. We are all watching. The show is getting interesting. But due to time, permit us, we'll have it on our next episode. So, Mr. Derek, your last words.
My last word to the public is
Yes.
drug addiction can happen to anybody. No matter your level, no matter where you are, whatever you are. Anybody can be addicted to drugs. So we need the public, the churches, everywhere to come on board to help us to prevent this thing. Like going to the school, talking to the, mostly I focus on the children, the school children, because they are now coming up. So the schools, going to the schools, talking to them, let them know the good and bad about drugs so that they don't fall into the wrong friends and other things. That's it. That's what I would say.
All right, so drug addicts can be you and I.
Yeah.
As I always say, you can depend on drugs, I can depend on drugs, but it depends on you to either think, am I truly in for this or no? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, all too soon we've come to the end of the Addictions Therapy Show here on GATV. My name is Benisosiako Pra and I'm your host. I can see how you're looking at me saying I'm looking very beautiful, yes. So my hair is by Women of Class, and my makeup is by Isiako GH, and for my costume is from My Closet. And my add-ons or my necklace, my jewels is from Dapo Jewels. You can follow them on Instagram or Facebook. So this show has been one of the educative and life-changing show where we had my life story. We had drug addicts talking about their story, how they ended up becoming drug addicts. We also have an exclusive interview with the caretaker or the director of Chosen Rehab Center. And this man has spoken a lot that can change your life. And we also hit the streets where we have the Talk Your Mind factor and other many more things that we did in here at the studio. So stay tuned. We will have you next Wednesday and every Wednesday here on GATV at 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. So I always say that it's either you run the day or the day runs you. Stay hydrated, and it's a bye. Peace.